The NFL market often dictates rigid rules based on statistical projections that frequently ignore the reality on the ground, and the New England Patriots are at the center of the biggest analytical controversy of this 2026 offseason. Pro Football Focus released its highly anticipated ranking of the league's best quarterbacks for the upcoming championship, placing Drake Maye only in 9th place overall. For analysts in Foxborough and the most attentive observers of the sport, before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and you can be part of this milestone. Just click subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers together. This assessment borders on technical disrespect towards an athlete who just led one of the most impressive comebacks in recent American football history, guiding the franchise back to the Super Bowl for the first time since the 2018 season. The PFF list places Josh Allen at the top, followed by Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Jordan Love, Justin Herbert, and Dak Prescott, leaving the young Patriots' talent behind athletes over whom he demonstrated clear statistical and technical superiority throughout 2025. The criteria become even more questionable when the same analysis pushes Brock Purdy to 10th position and overvalues rookies or athletes with fluctuating production in the middle of the table. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and you can be part of this milestone. Just click subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers together. Assessing Drake Maye as the 9th best quarterback in the country disregards the weight he carried in his second year in the league, operating an offensive system that suffered from serious structural and personnel limitations, but which still produced at an elite level in moments of greatest pressure. The verdict of the specialized critic seems excessively punitive in relation to the outcome of the playoffs, forgetting that American football is a team sport dependent on protection on the front line and separation of routes on the perimeter. The indignation echoing behind the scenes at Gillette Stadium is not based on fanaticism, but on consolidated efficiency data that proves that Maye belongs, at the very least, in the top 5 at his position in the current NFL. This journalistic analysis delves into the technical fundamentals that expose the misjudgments made by the national media regarding the New England Patriots 2026 roster. The goal is to dismantle the superficial arguments that attempt to diminish the impact of Drake Maye and the arrival of historic reinforcements to the northeastern United States. To further strengthen this debate and reach the community of analysts and fans, we invite everyone to leave their assessments in the comments. In what exact position in the NFL ranking would you place quarterback Drake Maye today? Leave your technical verdict while we explore the numbers that the mainstream media chose to ignore. By coldly analyzing the data provided by PFF itself, we realize that the Patriots quarterback finished the last regular season in absolute efficiency, registering an impressive mark of 8.5 yards per pass attempt. Furthermore, the player achieved second place in the regular season MVP voting and consolidated himself as the third highest-rated quarterback overall by the same platform that now places him in 9th position. The criterion of consistency seems to have been replaced by the immediacy of the postseason rounds, where the physical weaknesses of the supporting cast took their highest toll. The narrative created around Foxborough attempts to promote the idea that the young passer faltered when it mattered most, but official records show that he was the main engine of an offense that lacked an elite primary receiver and that dealt with devastating injuries on the offensive line. Faced with this scenario of analytical injustice, the coaching staff, led by Mike Vrabel and the Patriots management, adopted an aggressive stance in the transfer market, providing the necessary pieces so that no metric can challenge the competitive ceiling of this franchise in the coming months. The atmosphere surrounding Gillette Stadium on the eve of training camp is one of absolute concentration and a desire to prove the skeptics wrong. Behind the scenes, the organization indicates that the group has absorbed the media criticism as tactical fuel. The main focus of the coaching staff, led by Mike Vrabel and offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, has been to reshape the environment around Drake Maye to neutralize the flaws that cost them the title in the last Super Bowl against the Seattle Seahawks. In that game, the absence of an elite receiver and the vulnerability of the offensive line were exposed under extreme pressure from the opponent. The management responded decisively. They brought in all-pro receiver A.J. Brown in a blockbuster trade with the Philadelphia Eagles, securing a true wide receiver 1 for the perimeter. Brown's impact has already been felt during volunteer activities and minicamps, where his physical presence and ability to overcome pressured coverage have changed the dynamics of defensive and offensive drills. In the protection sector, the return of standout rookie Will Campbell, fully recovered from injury, coupled with the arrival of guard Elijah Vera Tucker and the repositioning of Jared Wilson as the primary center, gives the offensive line a solidity that Maye lacked at any point in last year's postseason. The draft of tight end Eli Rarin was also surgical, offering a much more dynamic and qualified vertical safety route than the complementary options of the previous year, such as Austin Hooper. The atmosphere in Foxborough is not one of lamenting the runner-up finish, but of a team that surgically identified its weaknesses, reshaped its trenches, and now watches every throw by Drake Maye in practice with the certainty that the current infrastructure matches the generational talent that leads the offense. To understand the egregious error in placing names like Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, and Justin Herbert above Drake Maye, it's crucial to cross-reference advanced analytics data and the supporting context of each player. During the 2025 regular season, Maye's competitors operated in vastly superior offensive ecosystems. Jordan Love had a deep receiving core in Green Bay, including Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, Dontavion Wicks, and Christian Watson, in addition to tight end Tucker Kraft. Yet Love recorded a lower completion percentage and 1,000 fewer yards than the Patriots' passer. Dak Prescott had at his disposal the dominant duo of CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, both considered top 10 receivers in the league. Justin Herbert, in turn, saw the emergence of Quentin Johnston and the consistency of Ladd McConkey in Los Angeles. In contrast, Drake Maye reached the top of the NFL in efficiency throwing to a receiving core led by a physically declining Stephon Diggs and roster-building players like Kayshon Boutte. When advanced PFF data isolates deep passes, balls thrown for more than 20 yards, Maye's dominance becomes undeniable. He recorded the highest completion percentage in this category, the most long touchdowns, and a record-breaking 97.4 deep pass rating, placing him in first place in the NFL. The Patriots quarterback also led the league in EPA per play, expected points added, in the regular season, ranked fourth in EPA on third downs, and had the third best overall completion rate. Given such overwhelming facts, the justification for downgrading him in the rankings rests solely on the narrative that he failed in the playoffs, omitting the fact that he played behind a patched-up offensive line without targets capable of creating separation against elite defenses. The big turning point in the New England Patriots narrative for the 2026 season is A.J. Brown, and the disrespect suffered by the franchise's new receiver serves as the perfect parallel to Drake Maye's situation. In this year's NFL Top 100 Players list, voted on by the league's own players, Brown suffered an inexplicable drop of 51 positions, plummeting from 29th to 80th place overall. The media justification points to a supposed down year in his last season with the Philadelphia Eagles, where he was involved in off-field issues and offensive system fluctuations. However, the facts disprove any technical decline in the player. Brown finished the year with 78 receptions, 1,003 yards, and 7 touchdowns, registering only one drop throughout the entire campaign. A thorough analysis of the target heat map provided by Next Gen Stats route tracking metrics proves that Brown's drop in production in 2025 was a direct consequence of quarterback Jalen Hurts' technical regression, who operated a rigid offense with severely impaired reads in the final portion of the championship. ESPN's analysis department points out that, even in this adverse scenario, Brown remained in the NFL's top 16 in 3 crucial fundamentals evaluated by route tracking: ability to generate separation, efficiency in reception, and yardage gain after contact, a feat achieved only by him and Puka Nacua in the entire league. By replacing a declining Jalen Hurts with Drake Maye, the NFL's most efficient passer on long vertical passes, the Patriots create the perfect tactical matchup. Under the guidance of Mike Vrabel, who previously coached Brown with the Tennessee Titans, the receiver arrives motivated and integrated into a scheme designed by Josh McDaniels that historically maximizes the potential of physical perimeter receivers, such as Randy Moss and Davante Adams.